So I think we are almost all set when it comes to jury members. Max Filipov from GR Capital is trying to join, but he has a problem with microphone. But in the meantime, I'd like to welcome you to horizontal Saas pitch competition. So my name is Dmitry. I'm hosting this track today. As I said, this is our third edition of SummerSaaS, and for me, it's a kind of tradition of hosting horizontal Saas pitch track. This is already the third time. Just a coincidence. And before we start, I just wanted to quickly go through some house rules. So startups will have 3 minutes for the pitch, followed by 2 to 3 questions from the jury. And we're going to have 5 startups presenting today. And I would like to ask participants, both jury and startups, to stay on mute while not talking, just to avoid echo. And maybe just to kickstart, let's have a round of introductions from our jury members, and maybe Elina Halatcheva, managing partner at Brightcap Ventures, can start.
Sure. Hi, everyone. Happy to be here. My name is Elina. I'm a co-founding general partner of Brightcap, which is European-based. We started about 4 years ago. We have made 18 investments. We have had 4 exits to date. Our companies are scattered around the US and Europe, but all of them have a tech team in Bulgaria. We're also sector agnostic. However, our investments have grouped around fintech, health tech, future of work, and a couple of edtech and agri-tech startups. As for my background, I started my career in investment banking in New York. I then moved to research at a startup, which was the first online investment bank for the time, backed by Goldman Sachs. I covered emerging e-commerce and tech companies at a crazy time, 99, 2001. So I feel somewhat of a deja vu now. And later moved to the buy side, joined Citigroup's private equity funds in New York and London. And eventually I moved back to Bulgaria, co-founded a B2B procurement startup, which is still up and running. 4 years ago, started Brightcap. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Elina. Julien, could you please introduce yourself and FilRouge?
Hi, I'm Julien. I'm the managing partner of FilRouge Capital, and we are the best VC in the world.
Perfect. Let's then another best VC in the world, Michael Schuster from Speedinvest, to introduce the family of Speedinvest funds and himself.
Absolutely. Hard to go after Julien. I would say we were the best VC in the world, but I just learned something in this session. So good stuff. Michael, I'm a founding partner of Speedinvest. We started 11 years ago. We have close to 300 investments all over Europe in basically every sector there is. I personally was an entrepreneur before for a decade in Saas. So this is very close to my heart. This session, and I'm now covering Saas and also health at Speedinvest.
Perfect. I think Max is still having some issues with his microphone. But Max, I would then propose for you to send questions in the chat. I'm happy to also introduce you. So Max is a managing partner at GR Capital, Ukrainian VC investing in technology businesses from all over the world, having some great companies in the portfolio from US and Europe, including the companies that will be pitching, also not pitching, but participating in some of our panels, like Plan Radar, for example. So let's then I also have a pleasure of welcoming startups to this panel. And to kickstart, let's go with the first pitch, which will be Dina Bayasanova, founder and CEO of PitchMe, which is a skill sourcing platform. Dina, feel free to share the deck. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Employment market is changing and companies are losing money on hiring. Traditional recruitment process is not adapted to the global changes and the current structure of job markets. Modern professionals are non-linear. They change their career tracks, so a resume doesn't present the full potential of a person. We are on a mission to create a recruitment tool for the future of work. We designed a SmartMe profile that replaces traditional CV and provides more insights into hard and soft skills of the candidate. We analyze more than 30 different digital sources and convert big data into measured and validated skills around profiling. Our candidates are matched to the vacancies and roles based on proprietary algorithm and presented anonymously to employers. We have built a talent ecosystem around this idea of profiling to support inclusive employment and continue upskilling and reskilling opportunities for the future of work. We have launched our Saas product, and which allows to integrate into major CRM and HR systems across the world. You can see here our success rates. We save up to 80% of screening time and 50% of the recruitment budget for employers. Our customers particularly value that our solutions improve diverse and inclusive hiring, expands the talent pool for search, and provides efficient and effective recruitment solution. The competitive landscape is pretty crowded. However, there is still a clear big gap for profiling based on big data and smart matching services, which were perfectly placed to exploit. Since we launched in 2020, we have more than 300,000 candidates who are using our platform and more than 2,500 companies posting and staffing their positions with PitchMe. We are operating across Europe and the US, targeting high-volume hiring businesses. We are scaling fast and expanding across different sectors. In order to enable our growth, we have raised our latest funding this year. We are a team of international professionals coming from various backgrounds, starting from academia, tech, ending with business and marketing. We are based in the UK, but operate globally and are united by one mission, that employment should be equal and fair for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Dina. So now moving on to questions from our jury. Julien, you can go with your question.
Hi, Dina. Sorry, I didn't catch in your deck. Are you raising?
We're not actively raising now. But we are happy to explore opportunities for the next 6 months.
I have a question on the data that you collect.
What would you say is the biggest roadblock ahead? Seems like you figured out your model and you have a clear target market. Where do you see the challenge right now?
Sorry, which question should I answer, Michael's or Elina's?
Yeah, I think there was a little delay on the Michael's side, so let's go with Elina's questions. Michael, and the next question is yours.
Hi, I had a question on the data that you collect. Do you see any issues with privacy infringement, and what kind of data do you collect? Is there any risk for any type of discrimination, privacy infringement, etc.?
Well, we are fully GDPR compliant to start with, and the data that we are taking are text, images, videos, and elements of code. The way we interpret this data is not to highlight any negative aspects of the personality or the behavior. We're just focusing on the professional side and the professional skills. So we are not kind of like a big brother which is watching. We're just interpreting data into measured and validated professional skills. So having been on the market since 2020 and working with large enterprise customers also kind of like gives us confidence that we are not operating in gray zones.
Thanks.
Yes, Michael, sorry.
Michael, you had a question.
Yes, I hope you can hear me now. It seems like we have some delay here. I just wanted to know, in your development, what's the biggest roadblock ahead? It seems like you figure out your model, but what is the biggest challenge, you think?
The biggest challenge is building the sales team and the sales processes right now. So we have been experimenting quite a lot with kind of like architecture of the marketplace and then SaaS product. But now we found our unique kind of like structure of the business, that the marketplace is amazing lead generation tool for us, and it really helped to improve our unit economics. So we are very, very defensive in terms of the of this kind of like architecture of the business. So now we are scaling the sales processes and team.
Dina, thank you for your pitch. So we are now moving on to the next, which will be Lior Shachim, founder and CEO of Pickup. Lior, the stage is yours. You just need to unmute yourself and share the deck.
Sure, thank you. I will share the deck in a minute. So, hi everyone, and thank you for having me. I'm Leo. I'm the CEO and one of the founders of Pickup. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
1 second, it will load. So we are building, we are an Israeli company, and we are building a digital platform for sales calls. Basically, most enterprise sales today are outbound. While you can go to a physical store to buy or online store, 52% of the people do neither. And then the organizations, the enterprise, are doing outbound sales. And 99% of those outbound sales are coming from voice calls. They try to do chatbots and emails and SMS campaigns, but those are not so effective. So they do voice calls, and they use brilliant software in order to do it. But the problem is that voice is still broken. The experience when a user is getting a phone call from his insurer, bank, telecom company is very bad. It leads to poor experience, lost sales and low efficiency, very low answer rates, very poor functionality. And what Pickup does basically is use the digital assets that the organizations already have, like their app, their digital channels, to add a personalized digital layer on top of voice calls, on top of sales calls, and letting the customer, creating a completely different experience when the customer receives the call. Our AI platform adds optimized digital layers to outbound calls. We connected to existing software in the contact center, and our optimization platform lets our customer optimize the right message and the right image at the right time to the customer in order to increase the sales. Our technology provides superior optimizations, while all the amazing digital or contact center software focus on optimizing the voice calls, when to call, what to say to the customer. We are optimizing what to show to the customer and the digital experience that they'll have during, after, and before the call. And the results are quite amazing. We see it across verticals and countries. We are able to increase sales by 42%. In some cases, we even double it with very large enterprise that we work with. Our business model is also very simple. We charge €0.50 per customer targeted per month, and they can call this customer as many times as they like, and our incentive will be always to reduce the number of times needed to approach to this customer. The status now is that we already have 3 commercial clients with Vodafone, with Unipolsai, with other brands that you see here. Some of them are in paid pilots, and we have 25 amazing banks, insurers, and telcos in validation stages. and we are now at around 500,000 ARR. But in 12 months, judging by our current pipeline and traction, will be in around 2 million ARR. In 24 months, we can be at around 50 to 100 commercial clients, and the potential is just amazing. This is the team of Pickup. We are a team of experienced people from UX, from product, from AI, leadership, enterprise sales. And basically, the opportunity here is amazing. It's opportunity to disrupt the voice channel and to add a digital channel on top of it. If you saw the Iron Man movie, it's like giving the regular agent or even a voice bot in the contact center digital abilities, digital suit, and making the voice call super powered by digital and visual. And this is what we do, and the potential here is just amazing. So this is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lior. Julien?
Yes, so just on the product, did I understand well that you still have a phone call, an outbound phone call? It's just that it's aided by artificial intelligence to make the phone call more efficient by talking the right words and showing the right things that you have to show. Is this correct?
The phone call itself is the most efficient way to sell. They cannot sell by chatbots and things like that. So we don't replace the phone call, but we add a digital layer on top of the call itself. We can do it over the phone when the call is coming. We can do it by messaging before the call, after the call, during the call. And we give the agents a way to add this visual and digital layer of also interaction with the customer during the call in order to sell more.
Any other questions to Lior? Maybe a question from me then. So you currently have almost 500K ARR and like 3 clients. So the average ARR per customer is quite big. I would expect like sales cycle would be long and sales would be quite complex. Can you maybe talk a little bit about your go-to-market strategy?
Yeah, so we're doing direct sales, and actually we're speaking now with I think 8 of the largest telcos in the world. Telcos can start, some of them also start to resell our technology. They implement our technology into their mobile app and infrastructure, and then they can resell it to insurance companies, banks, etc. While we're also doing direct sales, it does take time. Our sales cycle used to be around 16 months. Now we can do it almost in 6 months, depending. We have a short way to do a pilot that shows immediate increase without any integration, and only then we go into integrations. And yes, this is of course a challenge when you work with big organizations, but in time we have case studies from Vodafone and Claro, so now it's becoming easier and easier.
Excellent, Lior. Thank you very much for the pitch.
Thank you.
I would like to invite Alex Belyaev, founder of Volley, to the stage. Alex.
Hello, yeah, sure. Yeah, I will share my presentation. 1 second. So hello, my name is Alex. I'm CEO of Volley, and Volley it's all-in-one community platform that helps companies to create and manage online communities. Now, more than 500,000 companies create and develop their online customer communities. For them, it's a new way how they can get new customers and increase lifetime value. But companies are forced to use several platforms at the same time. Several different platforms at the same time, that's for one customer community. That creates a lot of problems. They just can't synchronize and integrate all data and activities from all platforms in one place. Sometimes they don't have access to data. As a result, they see low engagement rate, but it's one of the most important criteria for the community and business. That's why we created Volley, to help 500,000 such companies to grow an online community, with the ability to integrate all data from other platforms in one place, to get additional analytics and smart recommendations about community development based on collected data, to see all information about all community members with their activities. Also, Volley provides effective ways for one-to-one communications among community members to increase the engagement rate and the value of community. Our product is already used by more than 20 customers, and our current monthly revenue is €8,600. Right now, we're signing new contracts, so we will double our current revenue next month. Our main goal to achieve €75,000 next 12 months, and we know how to do that. The market is pretty big. It's more than $6 billion. Experts from Gartner report that it was 160% growth in 2020 in investments to B2B customer online communities. And it's happened because of COVID, when all communications became online first. You could think that there are a lot of community platforms, but we work in different market segments. For us, the main segment is enterprises, because we can make a lot of money there. Also, we have product segmentation. Volley is a real all-in-one platform, because for community leaders, it's very important to do all the things with community in one place. We have a dream team. What has experience in launching startups in Europe in partnership with large companies? For me, it's not my first startup, and I have a lot of experience in product and marketing in IT companies. And we created and managed a lot of online communities before, so we know this market very well. Right now, we're in fundraising process, and we will be happy to talk with you if you want to create your own community or just to invest in us. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Any questions from the jury?
I had a question on the business model per customer and the scalability going forward, because it seems the market is crowded and you're centralizing in one place, but there are a lot of free platforms, and just the centralization itself, like how is that scalable, you think, in the future?
Yeah, right now we see that the market is really very big, and there are a lot of companies that are just looking for new platforms and new products because they just use some different platforms like Slack, Airtable, LinkedIn, etc. And so we know that we can grow very fast because we can sell our product to different companies. But right now we have a focus on the segments of educational platforms and banks, because for them it's very important to provide additional opportunity for community members to make some communication among community members. So that's why we have focused on these two segments. And we see that there is not so much competition. For us, the next step in our product roadmap is to be like the operational system for every community leader, and so it would help us to grow in different market segments. And it's very important we know that it's very important for community leaders to find some tool that helps them to grow their community, and that's why we made the focus in our product development on recommendations for community leaders. So we just collected a lot of data about community from their platforms, and we provide recommendations for them, how they can develop their community. And we know that right now it's the feature that could help us to grow very fast.
Okay, I think we have no other questions. Thank you, Alex. And the next speech will be in-app story and Vlad Rostovsky.
Hi to everyone. Let me share my screen. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes, before I start, I just hear very, very good stories from the guys who are participating before me. I would like to wish them a good luck with the product development. It's a great job. Let me start with my product. So my name is Vladimir Rostovsky. I'm part of an app story platform that connects mobile apps with its customers. So about the problem we try to address, it's low engagement and lack of communication between the apps and mobile users. Now there are many channels which are currently used by marketing teams, like push notifications, in-app messaging, banners, chatbots, but it's really insufficient to keep customers engaged, especially for a long run. Our idea is to take a stories feature from Instagram and Facebook and bring it to any app, mobile web, And stories, due to social networks, so powerful and engaging tool today that we truly believe that any app can start benefiting from this already native user experience. How it works. Our platform allows to embed a stories feature very easily. So after initial integration, there is no-code solution when a marketing campaign can be created and customized in the console and also published live simultaneously. So the market team is the main client of our product. We give lots of flexibility and help to address customer journey from onboarding cases to conversions to support with already proven track record and results. The beauty of our platform is due to lots of features and customization options and a variety of use cases. Just a few examples. Our tool can be used to boost sales or to provide a product tour or to collect feedback or to run A/B tests or even to personalize and gamify the user experience. We operate in the segment of content marketing for mobile apps, and globally there are over 6 million apps spending dozens of billions in marketing. And we want to have a small pie out of this. And globally we have 2 peers, but we overpass them in terms of product development, which should become our main competitive advantage. In terms of business model, we work with enterprise clients and charge a monthly subscription for use of our platform. And currently we have over 30 clients generating monthly revenue of over $50K in US dollars. And we're in the process of closing our first round to invest in product and international rollout. So thank you for your attention. I'm ready for your question.
Thank you, Vladimir.
So, sorry, your 30 clients are all in Russia or globally?
International clients. We have clients in US, in Dubai, in some clients in Europe. So now we're starting. Yes, we started in Russia, but now we moved our office to Portugal and start international rollout from Portugal. And we have already several international clients and have a very dedicated go-to-market strategy how to win the market.
So you'll do it first in Europe and then the US or globally?
We have global solutions. So the beauty of our product is that because of its can be used everywhere where Instagram and Facebook is popular. So even in LATAM, we start building our first cases. And of course, US is the main in terms of revenue potential. But as I said, we have clients in Middle East, in Europe, and in the US.
What do you think is going to come after stories? Because I think like every user interface pattern at some point, this will be replaced by something else.
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, we started with stories because it's very, I would say, easy to sell now, and it's. But in terms of strategy, we want to build like engagement tools. So it will include several products that helps to improve engagement between apps and customers. So now we launch already in-app games through the same SDK. We will also launching onboarding with the same SDK, and we are now, I'm guessing in 2 months we will launch UGC content to be created with the same SDK. But I mean, all of this is the same logic. So all these tools to improve the engagement between apps and mobile users.
Looks like we don't have any further questions. So Vladimir, thanks a lot for your pitch. And we are moving to the last pitch of the session, Avihai from Untitled.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sharing my screen. Just a sec. Okay. We are disrupting the professional equipment market. CD machines, cooling systems, professional dishwashers, coffee machines, refrigerators for food, vaccines, medicines, the total available market of $25 billion, a huge market of 150 million machines. This segment today is suffering from reactive services, downtime, failures, inventory loss, health hazards, and energy waste, and we are here to fix this problem. We are doing EKG or ECG for electric machines. Exactly like ECG can translate electric signals of human heart into pulse, we know how to translate electric signals of every equipment into usage data. Actually, we're adding an AI layer to any piece of equipment. In this way, our AIoT technology transforms any equipment and any data type into valuable business insights. And this way, we are enabling our customers to be much more proactive in sales, services, maintenance, operations, reduce failure, downtime, be much more efficient with their operations, and reduce carbon footprint and power consumption. This is a kind of showing the algorithm, supervised, semi-supervised machine learning. We use machine learning to learn machines. So we are actually closing the loop between the manufacturer, which is providing the piece of equipment, adding a digital twin or a virtual representation of the equipment in the cloud, and pushing the data to the equipment owner on one side, and back to the manufacturer in the other side. We are very versatile in our solution. We have today medical refrigeration with the Clalit, food refrigeration with Schuster, CT machines with Philips, ultra-low freezers with Hazera, pumps and engines with Allweiler, and we have a contract with Nespresso with their B2B segment. We are a plug-and-play solution, non-intrusive, manufacturer agnostic. We have a built-in communication inside, very cyber secure and easy to scale. Carbon footprint reduction, everybody is speaking about carbon footprint, but we already are doing it. For example, with Nespresso, if the coffee machine is full with calcium, it will consume 20-25% more electricity, and we can know this when it happens and reduce carbon footprint in 20-25% when it happens, and of course, and the ongoing. This is an example of our dashboard. Traction, you can see our signed contracts on the left side, contract in discussion and advanced pipeline. Here you can see our traction in the next 5 years. And as we love to say, engineers pick watts, managers see dollars, UN measure carbon footprint, and we combine all the above. We raised till now $2.3 million, led by Cornerstone and Tower Ventures. We're fully operational, ready to scale. This is why we're raising funds to scale, actually, to connect 25K machines by the end of next year, and to become the world-leading AI and data layer for professional equipment. Thank you. This is, of course, we have 3 co-founders, 10 people. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Abihai. That was really fast. Julien has a question.
Hi, Abihai. You seem to have a lot of verticals. You're very early in the stage of your life. What is the vertical that is yielding the biggest amount of revenue, or you see as the biggest one that you will really focus into?
It's a great question. We had a great failure a few months ago doing it with Ben & Jerry's for ice cream freezers. And we did a great job in predictive, preventive maintenance, anomaly detection. And then they told us, look, it is great, but the ROI here is not good enough because the ice cream freezer costs $200. The ice cream is $100. Let it break. So then we understood we need to go to the segments that they actually, it's very crucial, and they're storing dozens of Ks of dollars inside, and a failure can be very, very crucial. So medical cabinets with food or vaccines is a great segment. CT machines with Philips, now we're speaking also with GE and with Siemens. These are the areas we are focusing. I must say that also with the B2B and Espresso team just came back from a very senior meeting with the management, the worldwide management, are now in a visit here in Israel, and they see our solution as a great value to make them actually much more smarter with all their business. So these are the segment that we are focusing in.
Hi. Can you also please elaborate on your monetization model? So how do you make money? What's the average check? How do clients pay?
So it's a monthly subscription per connected device, a SaaS business model. The average subscription is around $25, okay, per connected device per month. And for city machines, it's more around $50 or $60. Did I answer your question?
Yes, and maybe just one follow-up question. Is there any like hardware component here? And what's your how do you fit this into the business model?
Yeah. So as you saw, and maybe I'll go back to the slide. So we have a smart plug. Show you the picture here. Today, we used to manufacture it by ourselves. You can see here in the picture. But today we are manufacturing with a third party, because of course the IP is not in the hardware. But today we are manufacturing it because all the plugs out there in the market are Wi-Fi only. And when you go to hospitals or whatever, you can't scale with Wi-Fi. But today it's a third party. Off-the-shelf components, we just combine it together as one piece of hardware. We have also a solution for a three-phase, other kind of hardware, but the answer is yes.
Okay, understood. Avichai, thank you for the pitch.
Thank you very much.
So I think the last step would be for the jury members to vote on the best startup. You should have received the link to Mentimeter in email, and also you have it in your calendar invitation. So feel free to go through the link and vote for the best startup, and I would be then sharing the results. Avichai, I think you can stop sharing the pitch. Perfect.
Sorry.
Okay, I think we're still missing for one vote. Let me refresh. Okay, I think now we're, I'm ready to announce the winner. Just give me a second. I think we have a little problem. Okay, so and the winner is PitchMe with the majority of votes, and we're happy to invite Dina to the grand finale, which will be held at the end of the today's event. And in the meantime, I also wanted to thank you, everybody participating, pitching, startups, and also jury members for your time today. I hope you enjoyed. And since we finished a bit earlier, I'm happy to invite you to our main stage where you can learn more about like IFIs and their role in European ecosystem with some great names like EIF and some local IFIs like PFR from Poland participating. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Hope you will enjoy the event.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.